Once again I am in front of you to explain one more chapter to you, and you know that already I have explained you first chapter from the geography side, that is resources. I hope you understand it well. So without wasting the much of time, today we will start the first chapter from the history side. So the name of the chapter is Where, When and How. Okay, so you know that why the British came to India. First of all, British came to India for business purpose, and when they see the condition of India, it means when they have just to see the things that India have a variety of species, a variety of textiles are there, raw materials are there. So after that they have settled their factories here, and after that, after setting their factories into the India, they have just taking the raw material from India and they just manufacture in their companies, and again they just resell in our country India only. So when the British came to India, at that time the Mughal dynasties ruled over the country India. So when they came, after that the Mughal Empire just declined, and the British company, they have just start their power into our country India. So it means how we'll know about the country, it means the periodization. So if we talk about the periodization of our country India, or the periodization of Indian history, okay, so that's why one historians, and their name is James Mill. So James Mill, a Scottish historian, in his book The History of India in 1870, he have just divide the Indian history. So that's why first I will just write here the periodization of Indian history. James Mill, a Scottish historian, in his book in 1817, he has just divided the Indian history into three parts: Hindu, Muslim and British. So it means starting, he have given the same idea only, that Indian history is divided into three periods: Hindu period, Muslim period and the British period. But after that, some historians, they have just consequence about the same, that this periodization is not in a proper manner, because at the time not only some same religions are there. It means in the Hindu period it is not there that Muslims are not here, and at the time of Muslim period it is not that Hindus are not there. So they have just the other historians, they have just argued that this periodization is not in a proper manner. So again some historians, they just argue, and again they have just divide the Indian history into some different periods. And these three periods are ancient period, medieval period and modern history. Okay. So in class 6 you have read about ancient period. Okay. It means the early males are there, their lifestyle, and the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, this all the things you have read in the class 6. If we talk about this medieval period, so in class 7 you have read about the medieval period. It means in the medieval period the Mughal dynasties are there, Marathas are there, and in class 8, in this class we will read about the modern history. But then also, it means this periodization, you have understood the second periodization, that is the ancient period, medieval period and modern period. But then also some historians are not satisfied with the modern period, because they have just argued that modern period, it means modernization are there. So it means in this period the people have freedom, the people have liberty, and they have the scientifically it means developed. But at the time of British dynasty, at the time of British period, it was not there. So they have just renamed the period, that that is this modern period is as a colonial period. Colonial period, it means at the time the British government are there. It means at the time of British government rule over the country, that is the colonial period. So it means here the periodization, okay, is complete. So now we'll talk about the next thing, that is you know that how we'll get the knowledge about the history. Okay, suppose if I will tell you that if what is happened in last 2-3 years in your family, so maybe you can just tell to the anyone about what is happened in 2-3 years, past 2-3 years in your family. And suppose if you have to get the knowledge about what is happened after, it means before 20 years in your family. So maybe if you will ask your grandparents, parents, so they will tell you about each and everything. Okay. So it means if we will talk about our country India. Okay. So if you know, if you want to know that what is happened before 50 years, what is happened before 80 years. Okay. So in this way, you have to study the history. Okay. Because if you will not study about the history, so you will not get the knowledge that what is happened before 70 years, before 80 years, before 100 years in our country. So here in your book, one more topic is there, that is the case study. It means in this case study, you will find about the industrialization in India. Okay. So if we talk about our country India, so in our country India, there are so many types of species are there. Okay, and definitely our country India are very much high position in cotton. It means the production of cotton. So when the British first came to India, they have just see our natural resources. So they are very much inspired about this all type of natural resources, and they just think about the same, that if we get all these natural resources from here, so they will rich. So they have just start sending our different species like pepper, like saffron, okay, black pepper. This all type of species they are used in their food item also, and they are used in some medicines also. They are using this type of species. So they have just start sending this all type of species from our country. And in the same manner, because when they have just see the raw material of our country, and our we can say that the handloom production are very good in our country. So many weavers are there, and they have just beautifully made so many things. So when this all the things, so again they just send this type of items from our country, and in this way, what they have done? In this way, they have just taken the raw material from our country, okay, and again they have just manufactured in their own factory and resell to our country India. It means the British government want two things. First, that is raw material, and second, that is market for selling the finished goods. So in this way, it means our country, whatever the weavers are there, they just, it means we can say that their production, it means they are not in very much great in demand, okay, because whatever the finished goods the British government made in their factories, it was just cheap in rate, and definitely those products that are prepared by hand, that is somewhat high in rate. So that's why the handloom, it means our local handloom is just decline. So this is the case study only. So when you will see in your book, you can see the complete paragraph of case study. In this case study, you can see the complete industrialization about our country India. It means industrialization revolution. And now we'll talk about the sources to study the history. It means already I have told you about that how we just get the knowledge about the history. Okay, so maybe some sources are there. So with the help of these sources, we can get the knowledge about the history. So here I am just preparing the list of sources. Then I will just start explaining the sources to you. Sources to study the colonial period. Colonial period, I think now you can know about the colonial period. Colonial period, it means the period when the British are there. So first of all I will prepare the list, then I will explain you. So sources, it means first that is the archaeological sources, then official record, then we talk about the records of European companies, survey report, and newspapers, magazines, books, etc. Okay, so here you can see the list, that is, it means we can say that these all the sources to study the colonial period. One by one I will explain these sources to you. First, that is the archaeological sources. So in this archaeological sources, we can say that all types of monuments are there, all types of buildings are there. That is made in the time of British. Okay. So with the help of this monuments, with the help of these buildings, we can know about the history. Okay. So here some examples are there, that the Parliament House and the Teen Murti Bhavan. So this and the Taj Mahal, the India Gate, this all the types of buildings that is prepared in the time of British. So with the help of these buildings, we can know about the history. If we talk about the official record, listen, official record, it means the British, they are very much careful to preparing the record. And not only the preparing the record, they are very much aware to maintain them also. So that's why they have prepared some record room also. Archives, they have prepared the archives, museum. Archives, already I think you have know about the word. Archives, it means a place where the records are kept. So because British government, they are very much careful to maintain and keeping the records. So it means the official records. Okay, so that's why they have prepared some record room also. In this record room, they have just kept all the officials record in a proper manner. So with the help of this archives, with the help of this museum, we can know about the history. And if we now talk about the records of European companies, so some other European companies also sending their records to the British government. Okay, it means what they have observed, what is their calculation, and what is their like periodization types of things. So this all the things they have just European companies also send their reports to the government, and in this way, with the help of these things also we can get the knowledge of history. If we talk about the survey, so British government also, they are very much careful about the survey, because with the help of this survey they can know each and everything of our country, about our country. It means with the help of survey, they can know about the topography, they can know about the forest, they can know about the quality of soil. So in this way, because they are very much, the British government, they are very much careful about the taking the tax from the Indians. Okay, I think you have seen one movie, that is Lagan. Okay, in this movie you can see that in how the Britishers are taking the tax to the Indians. Okay, so that's why to take that high amount of tax from the Indians, they are just time to time they have just to do the survey, and with the help of this survey they know each and everything about the country. And one more thing, that is with the help of, it means with the help of survey report, the historians get the knowledge about the history, Indian history, and newspapers, books, etc. It means with the help of different type of newspaper, books, also we can get the knowledge about the history. It means at the time of British there are some newspaper also published. It means the Bengal Gazette, the Bombay Gazette. So they are some important newspaper. So with the help of these newspapers, this newspaper also kept in the record room. So with the help of this type of newspaper also we can get the knowledge about the history. It means we can also just divide these sources into the two types, that is primary and secondary. Primary sources of history and secondary sources. So what is primary sources? Primary, it means at the time when the event was happened, at the time of those people are there, and whatever they have seen, they have just writing, and they have just prepared their travel logs, and some type of inscription are also there. So this inscription, and we can say that autobiography. Autobiography, it means once they can write the life story of their own, that is the autobiography. So with the help of autobiography, with the help of inscription, these all the sources of primary sources. And secondary, it means by the name it is clear that second-hand sources. So the second-hand sources, it means the newspaper and the biography. Okay, autobiography, it means the life story of written by their own, that is the autobiography, and biography, it means some other person, right? The lifestyle of any one person, that is the biography. So biography we can include in a secondary source. So this and some historical movies also, when we'll see some historical movies. So with the help of all these things, we can get the knowledge of our colonial period and the Indian history. This all the sources to study the colonial period. So here you can see about each and everything about the Indian history, the periodization I have explained you, and the case study also I have explained you, and the sources to study the colonial period. It means how we'll get the knowledge of history. Okay, but one more things is there. There sometimes some historians are facing the difficulties to read this type of sources. Which difficulties they are facing? It means sometimes whatever the official records, sometimes they are not getting in a proper manner. Okay, and sometimes with the help of this official record, again if they are preparing the interview or some other things, so then also they are facing the problem because it is just consuming the time also. Okay, so we can say that sometimes historians are facing the difficulties to read this type of sources, but ultimately it means with the help of these sources only we can get the complete knowledge of our country, India. Okay, so here your first chapter from the history side, that is where, when and how it is completed. I hope you understand all the points which I have explained to you. Please go through these topics, and before that, first of all, read the chapter carefully. Okay, so firstly you will read the chapter carefully. After that, just go through all the topics and please prepare the short question answer from these topics. Thank you.